Yo, what up, Richard? All right, I think I figured it out. I had to re-log into Kick. I mean, the green app. I had to re-log in. Now, everything's working. Thank God you're on, breaking up the boring first day back at work. Hey, glad to see you in here, Trail Tech. How you doing? What up, Casper? Welcome in. Good to see you. When's the last week of your current office? Probably right before I leave for Seattle. So around the 17th, I think is going to be the last week that I'm in this office. Oh, crap. I forgot to update the specs. All right, nobody used that. Nobody used it. It's my bad. Long time no see. I know. Where have you been, Casper? What up, Josh? Trail Tech just resubbed for tier 1 for 6 months. Thank you, dude. Seattle's your old home? Hey. Yeah, my brother lives up there, so we're gonna go up there for like an early Christmas with my side of the family. What up, Crookie? Welcome in. All right, so I know I failed. But luckily, this is a very simple build, so it's easy to tell you guys what's in it. We've got a Core Ultra 5 225. Nice little budget. This is a 6-core CPU. We've got 16 gigs of DDR5. Got a 1 terabyte SSD. 650 watt power supply. We've got a nice little Thermalright CPU cooler. And then a B860M motherboard. And then we're using the Fantex M3 case, which is a nice little MATX case. It's gonna look super boring, but it's gonna be a beautiful little workstation system. I honestly don't know for myself, but I finally have a racing sim and I'm dual tasking because I'm on No Hesi right now. I don't know what No Hesi is. Did the RAM come in under armed guard? Nah. No, just got delivered like everything else. Just like everything else. Don't have to worry about thievery here in where I live too much. All right, let's get started. It's a mod for Assetto Corsa where you can play online with people and race and cut lanes on a highway so you don't do it in real life. Oh. Wow, multiple spammers right off the rip. Richard, are you able to take care of that? Poor favor, since you're here. How we doing, TikTok? Welcome in. Josh, Seller Eats, Super User, Pole Hop. Thank you. #1 mod status, as per usual. All right. I finally set this camera to completely manual mode. And we're just leaving it like that. How's everybody doing? Let me make sure those are both up and live. Whoops, they're not. Whoops. There we go. Now we're good. Not the go on my link for secret stuff spammers. I know, right? So annoying. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do other than ban them, you know? All right, so we've got our ASRock B860M. Beautiful little motherboard. It's got Wi-Fi enabled. And then there we go. Core Ultra 5 225. Just like that. Look, we actually have to use a screwdriver to put this SSD in. Haven't had to do that in a minute. Screws longer than I thought it would be. What up, Bestia? All right, 1 terabyte SSD. Got our Kingston NV3. Fine. We'll use our little plastic pick here. M.2 armor. Post my first PC built to sell. Hey, there you go. Places a hellscape. MLS, what's up? Jacob, what's up? All right, there we go. Got our SSD installed. Adriel, what's up? Welcome in. The Flash, how we doing? All right, let's get our 16 gigabytes of RAM in here. It's not often you see me use a DDR5 build with 16 gigs of RAM, but with RAM prices so expensive, I told them, I was like, hey, we could do 32, but honestly right now, for a workstation system, it's really just not worth it. It's just not worth it. What up, Otis? Fine. It's close enough. Peak, welcome in. Yeah, selling stuff on the marketplace is tough, man. All right, let's get our CPU cooler going. This is gonna be a nice, quick, easy build for me, you guys. Don't worry, we've got more builds coming in. We've got more builds coming in. Today's gonna be a quick one, though. No, Yasmin, I'm not. Alrighty. Seller Eats, what's up? How we doing? How we doing? Bye. Don't think that's how you're gonna find a man jumping into their stream and be like, hey, are you single? No, go away. You were the first? Appreciate you dropping in. Alrighty, here's that. Nate, welcome in. How we doing? Jack, Joshua. All right, so this needs to go this way. Naminus, what's up? That is surprisingly hard to say. Don't think I could say that 3 times fast. Mike Gaming, what's up? How's everybody doing? What up, Venom? Welcome in, welcome in. Stickman, what's up, Patrick? Hope you and the fam are good. Had a good turkey day. It was great, man. We had friends come over and they smoked a turkey for us. Oh, so good. Adrian, welcome in. What up, Maxime? Quiet Streams, what's up? Venom, we're building the PC. That's what we do here. Build customer computers here. What kind of PC are you building? This is a little workstation system. This is going to be just for a local business. Not here local, but they're a small business that we're building this for. All right. Take that peel off before we forget about it. Throw it on the floor. Just kidding. No GPU on this one. Just the built-in graphics for the CPU. You want to open up a PC shop? You're 13. What do you do? I don't think you can at 13, to be honest. I think if anything, find a local shop that is already in existence and maybe see if you can start working for them, and then, you know, eventually down the road, maybe you could open up your own. I don't think you can open up a business at 13 like that. I mean, you could start like trying to build PCs for friends to, you know, figure out how to do it and all that. What up, Ryzen? How we doing? Welcome in. How you doing? 9900X3D. It's not bad, but like if you're doing mostly gaming, the 9800X3D is a better chip than the 9900X3D. RAM, we've got 16 gigs of DDR5 in here. What up, Ricardo? What's up? Specs and price. So this has an Intel Core Ultra 5 225, so 6-core processor. We got a 1TB SSD, 16 gigs of RAM. We got this nice little Thermalright CPU cooler, B860 MATX motherboard with Wi-Fi, and then 650 watt power supply and a Fantex XTM3. I believe altogether it's around $900, built and shipped within the US. Going to sleep, but I missed some good offers for the Ryzen 5 3600. Interesting. RAM is super expensive right now. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Could be under your dad's name, built your fans. PCs and fixed a lot. Also fixed a PS5. Oh, that's cool. First super chat. How much was that RAM though? This 16 gig kit of RAM I think was around $140, $150. How much was that super chat? Mel doesn't tell me. Hold on. Let me check. $10, Ricardo. Thank you so much for the $10 dono, my guy. Appreciate you. I wish Mel would tell me that. Yeah, so 2 times 8 gigabytes of DDR5. Did the DDR4 go up also? Yes, the DDR4 RAM has also gone up in price. Not quite as dramatically as DDR5, but it's still quite expensive. Yo, is Quiet Stream just dropped something too? Quiet Stream dropping 99 cents. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, we have to take this top off first. There's even a little sign on there that tells you have to. And I still didn't do it right. The 9950X3D is not bad. The current one still only has a single 3D V cache. So in terms of like gaming performance, it's going to be pretty much the same as the 9800X3D, although you'll have extra cores to do, you know, more things, like if you're gaming and streaming and recording and all that stuff at once. The 9950X3D2, which comes out sometime this next year, should be really solid for gaming, because they're going to update it to where both CCDs will have a 3D cache, which will be really nice. The Great RAM Famine, I know. I bought up several kits just in case the people were, or just in case I needed them and you couldn't find them, you know. Hold on. Take this off because those cables are a little too tight. All right. Let's get our stuff in here. You bought 32 gigs of DDR4 and you can sell it for $2. I know, isn't that crazy, Ryzen? All right, have a good night, man. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you for the likes. We'll see you on the next one. Don't you there, quiet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we getting in a super chat battle here? Ricardo dropping another $2. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Nice case, thank you. Finks, what's up? How's your PC doing? We built Finks a PC recently because hers like fried itself. All right, all those are lined up. Nice case, thank you. It's a nice little budget case. Yeah, all RAM is more expensive. I mean, DDR3 is pretty much unfindable anyway, so. First time chatter, what up, Finks? Oh, you're on both platforms. Good live, I want to do that also. Yeah. Yeah, DDR4 is definitely more expensive than it was, just not quite as ridiculous. You'll be back, gotta take the D1 to practice. All right, bet. Do I think the new 9950 will perform much better? I think it'll be better. It's hard to say how much better, but it'll definitely perform better in games having the dual 3D V-cache. Can I put a GPU in it? I mean, I can like show you what a GPU in this would look like. I'm not gonna actually install it, but I can show you. I have a little like 1650 or something, so you can kind of get an idea of how it would look. So with this MATX board, this is a little baby GPU, but if you put it in there, it'd look like that. And there is space to put some fans underneath, so you could have some direct cooling for the GPU, but it'd basically look like that right there. But the customer doesn't need a GPU because this is not a gaming computer. Are they having a super channel? I hope so. It's good for me, right? What fans? So this comes with pre-installed Fantex fans. They're PH-F120M25. That means nothing to anybody, but yep, they're just basic RGB 120 millimeter fans. There's two up front, one on the back. Got a typo there in the super chat. RIP. It's okay. Maybe you should just drop another one, Ricardo. I'm just kidding. Keep going like this and we build a PC for every streamer on Kick. I would love that. I would love that NBC. My white DDR5 Vengeance 64 gig 6400 speed went from 500 to 900. That's absurd. 5%? What do you mean 5%? Oh, in performance. Yeah, probably in that realm. It's hard. It really depends on how good Windows scheduling has been. If the Windows scheduling is really solid, then games would only be using the core that has the 3D V-cache anyways. But it kind of depends. Kind of depends on how good that is. What up, Grims? Welcome in, dude. It's good to see you. I did see that the 9850X3D is coming out. I'm excited. Hopefully they'll talk about that at CES this year, because I will be at CES this year. When you have time, if you could get me a quote for helping me update the motherboard drivers again like we did about a year ago? Yeah, shoot me a DM. Let's do it. With being laid off at the end of the year, I've got a lot more free time right now, so we can definitely do it. The AMD PCI advertise, isn't that thing so nice looking? I love that build. You have a 9900X. How worth it would it be to switch to the 9800X 3D? If you're strictly gaming, it's probably not really worth it. I mean, the 9900X does really well. And it kind of depends on what GPU you have. Like, I'm sure you'll get a benefit out of it, but is it worth $450? It's hard to really justify that. I did have a good Thanksgiving, Grims. How was yours? We had a nice smoked turkey my buddy brought over. It was wonderful. Also, my magnet on my microphone just like snatched onto the case. I'm sure that was nice and loud for you guys. So far, all I can see is a boost in clock speed. I mean, that's probably all it is going to be. I can't imagine them giving it a bigger 3D V cache. I mean, maybe they will, but it's not a generational upgrade, right? Like, it's still a 9000 series, so I wouldn't expect a ton different out of it. All right, there we go. Motherboard's in. Egg custard, what up, Alicia? How we doing? You have a 5080? I mean, you'll definitely see better performance with the 9800X 3D if you're just gaming. It's again though, like the 9900X is really solid, so I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make. Cool, shocked my stream deck. Come on, there we go. So I don't, like personally for me, it would not be worth upgrading. Like $450 to me would not make enough of a difference to be worth buying it just personally. Also, someone's message got deleted. If you use my full name, like if you use the name Redneck by itself in certain chats, it will get moderated because AI mods are a little funny like that. So, just FYI. Wife had her knee replaced a few weeks ago, so we just did Thanksgiving at home. Nice. So hopefully it was at least relaxing. Soda, yes it is. Yo, what? Twitch. What do we got here? Twitch with a $5 dono. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cream Soda. I gotta say, it's way better than that. Way better than that blackberry flavor we had a while back. Still rocking a 5600X. One upgrade till AM6 probably. Yeah, I don't know when AM6 is gonna be. It's probably not gonna be for a while. Gotta go now. Welcome for the 99 cents. Hey, thank you so much for hopping in, Quiet. If you ever have like PC type questions or something, let me know. Happy to help. Also, I forgot to update the specs, so those are not right. My bad. This has a Core Ultra 5 225. We've got a 650 watt power supply, 16 gigs of DDR5, and a 1 terabyte SSD. No GPU because this is a workstation system, not a gaming PC. More pretty PCs. Even little baby budget ones. Little baby budget PC. Finks, how's your PC working? Everything going well? What up, Wiggle? Welcome in. Just got the new Corsair 2500X case for $50. Oh, I saw that. I saw that price. That is insane. That's such a good price for that thing. Case swapping soon after I pass this exam. Let's go. That's a cool looking little case. Corsair had some pretty good deals on Black Friday. Red, he's our man. If he can't fix it, no one can? Yeah, probably. All right, we're caught up. Let's get some cables plugged in here. Couldn't pass it up. Yeah, right? What did you have your PC in before? What case? All right, so we don't need PCIe. We really just need CPU and motherboard. We don't need any of this other stuff. Let's get our CPU power cable in here. Captain Greenbeard coming in with the follow. Thank you so much, dude. Little doubt, and you popped up. Great timing. So my PC kept crashing after diagnosing it. Showed hardware problem, memory. So went for a SSD replacement after checking RAM sticks. Hopefully it gets the fix. Hopefully, you could use something like I use OCCT a lot for checking RAM instability. That's a great free platform for checking stuff. No, come back. I need that. Where the heck did that bolt go? I need that bolt. I want it back. How far away could it have gone? This one? Is that it? That looks like a fan bolt, not that bolt. Okay, that's fine. We'll use one of these. We'll just make sure it's the same thing. That's why cases come with extra bolts. It is the same one. Okay. Oh, what did I get on my hand? What did I get on my hand that's wet? Nobody knows. It's probably water, Dr. Pepper or something. It's fine. That's what we have paper towels for. Oh my gosh, don't drop another bolt, please. Okay. All right, there we go. Had to get that out of the way. Oh, we never plugged in our front I/O. Willing to wait for the 50 series cards to drop lower, probably when the 60 cards. Dude, 50 series cards are about to get more expensive. Because of the RAM issues, like the issues with like there not being enough RAM, Nvidia has decided they are no longer going to supply VRAM to their board partners, like MSI, ASUS, and stuff. So RAM is going to, or GPUs are, one, they're going to probably start discontinuing some of the lower end models, and two, they are likely going to get more expensive for the rest of them. So I don't think they're, I think we've seen the bottom of the 50 series pricing, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I mean, 50 series pricing have gone down a ton in the last few months. Like they're down to like basically all at MSRP besides the 5090. Newegg has a doorbuster tomorrow for the 9070 XT. $500? That's crazy. For a 9070 XT. All right, HD audio. Let's run that over there. This is a workstation. They don't want the RGB, so we're not plugging that in. All right, USB 3. Got that right there on the side. think it's a little bit tight of a corner there though. I think we'll just go like this. Okay, and then USB-C. Here's that. Make sure that's not all twisted in there. Okay. And we need our front panel connector. Just like that. All right, let's get our motherboard power in there and then we'll start working on cable management. I like free platform to check what's wrong with your computer. Yep. Going from an ATX case to an MATX case, so swap into an MATX motherboard too. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, RAM's stupid expensive. I need to get a 5080 to even consider it. Not willing to spend it right now. Yeah, I mean, you can get a 5080 for $1,000 right now, MSRP. I don't think you're gonna see that go below that until, gosh, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see GPU prices go any lower in the next year. Like at least a year before 50 series prices even get back down to this level. They're about to go up. Why is this so hard to do? Why does that need to be not connected? All right, we'll just plug them in separately. There we go. And that's the back side of the case. Okay, just like that. There we go. Okay, got all that. Let's start tying some stuff down back here. What are we building today? We're building a nice little workstation build, Curtis. Rock rocking a 4070 Ti Super for the foreseeable future. It does good with the 12900K you got. Nice. Yeah, it's not a bad combo. Build my rig right now, 9800 X30 9070 XT. Use it for 2K gaming. I mean, that's great for 2K gaming, to be honest. That's like the perfect combo for 2K gaming. Okay. So we got all that. Let's get our power supply in here. Okay, thankfully that holds itself up in there. I do remember that from last time. Any accessories I would recommend for cable management, like within the computer or outside of it? Still rocking your 3080 Ti, but can't spend the money? Gotcha. What up, Brace App? Okay, get that nice and seated. Okay. I should have plugged these in before I did that, probably. Definitely should have. Okay. Might have to pull this back out to plug these in. Yeah, 100% do. Okay. It's okay. This is going to be too short of a build anyways, you know? It's going to be too short. Eat your cereal? Is the Asus Prime B840 Plus a good motherboard if I got it for 120 less than usual price, brand new? It's definitely a low-end motherboard. Asus Prime is the lowest end series that Asus makes, and the B840 is their lowest model chipset too. I mean, like if you're, trying to ball in a budget, that's perfectly fine. But if you're trying to put like high-end components with that, then I would say, yeah, it's probably probably not the best idea. Yeah, Tough Gaming is a great middle point. They make solid stuff. Like the Tough is a really solid lineup. What up, Reaper? Yeah, I mean, it's an easy fix to pull that back out, so we're good. Yeah, and the Toughs are still, yeah, not a bad price. $7,800 X3D and 5070 Ti. Yeah. the motherboard is probably going to hold you back for sure. Like power delivery and stuff isn't going to be as good. The speeds of everything isn't going to be as good. Might not last as long either. The motherboard is like the nervous system of your PC. Like every single thing goes through your motherboard. So you don't want to cheap out on your motherboard. And that's the problem with like these giant pre-built companies. Use the crappiest motherboards known to man. Because they know nobody knows any better. And by nobody, I mean like, you know, a very small portion of people who are buying computers, you know. Which is why there's like, Costco has this like MSI pre-built. That's pretty cheap. But then you look at like the motherboard and stuff they use and you're like, well, no wonder it's cheap because they use crappy components for everything other than like the CPU, GPU, because nobody knows any better. They just see the price tag, they see the CPU and GPU model and how much RAM it has, and they go, okay. And then they wonder why it doesn't perform as well as their buddies who built their own. Or ordered from somebody like me. The 5060 is good for like 1080p gaming. If you're trying to play at 1440p, or if you want to play like really intense titles, like Cyberpunk or something like that, then you know the 5060 is not the best, but you know it can play every game at 1080p for sure. Machinist motherboards. Random question, is a white MSI 4080 Super with X870 and 9900X 3D a bad combo? No. It's a solid PC. X870 chipset's definitely a good idea. Got it from a pre-built website. Got it for $50 instead of a 170. Well, I mean, just buying the motherboard is one thing, but like the pre-built PCs that these giant companies make are often kind of crap. I'm still new to the Nvidia 60 card. It depends on your CPU and resolution. Yeah. Last month I made $890 selling PC components from your company, eWaste Bin. Nice. That's awesome. B850M would definitely be better, and get like, like the MSI Mag or Asus TUF or something like that. Probably still change the order. There you go. Well, the Prime is still like the cheapest motherboard model. So like that's why like you're buying higher end components for everything else. Don't get a cheap motherboard. All right. Like you're spending the money on all the other stuff. Like spend a little bit more on a good motherboard. You'll be much happier that you did. Alrighty there. And there we have it, ladies and gents. That is a PC. There we go. That's our nice little budget-friendly workstation PC. Price between cheap and good motherboards isn't that much. No, like 50 to 100 bucks max to get a good one versus that cheap, super cheap one. I know, but you spent all the money on the really good CPU and GPU. You know, you gotta have a balanced system. Would still prefer ATX size motherboard. Yeah, if you can fit an ATX motherboard, for sure. If you gotta save money, save it on the CPU or GPU. Easier to upgrade later than the motherboard. It's true. VRMs for the motherboard do need to be very good quality. You want to have good power delivery, like stable power delivery, which like a super cheap motherboard isn't going to have. You're not going to have as good of connections on it, like, you know, RGB ports and all that sort of stuff. It's never a great idea to buy the cheapest motherboard possible. Quality is going to make a huge difference. Performance is probably going to be a few percent. It's going to be more of like long-term capability too. 2 DIMM motherboards all day. I mean, there's not that many motherboards out there that are only 2 DIMMs. Yeah, selling a used motherboard is, you're not going to get any money for it. What up, Andy? How we doing? You're welcome, Dominus. All right. There's today's build. Did not take very long. Less than an hour. That's not surprising because it's a very, very budget-friendly system. All right, let's fire it up, and we'll be ready to get on out of here. So, here it is. No faff. Just build. And since this is a workstation, we did not plug in the RGB. There's a little bit of RGB on the motherboard, but that's about it. We don't want it to be distracting. How many cameras do I have? 3. I have 3 mirrorless cameras. There's no such thing as 5K, so I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of those newer B850s are China only. I'm sure you could sell your old RAM right now. I bet you can on eBay or whatever. Simple but handsome. It's a workstation Reaper, so there's no GPU. Dio Rios, Luna the Fox, Cruz, what's up? They call me something. I don't know. I can't read the end of it. It doesn't show me. Yep, there we go. Got a little Core Ultra 5 225, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, and a very much oversized 650 watt power supply. But it's a very reasonably priced one, so I'd much rather have a good quality power supply and spend, you know, an extra 20 bucks on it. 4K. I mean, the 5080 isn't like a true 4K card. So if you're trying to play at max settings, you're probably going to have pretty low FPS on, you know, the more intensive games. All right, Dominus, good luck, man. Yeah, just a little kiss. Just a little kiss of RGB. Yep, just a nice little workstation build, Andy. Alrighty. That's it for today, folks. We're gonna finish this one up and get some software on it, and then we'll get it ready to ship out to the customer because I know they need it desperately. Yeah, we're done, General, unfortunately. Back tomorrow, yes, we do have another build tomorrow for a local customer, actually. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll get that build going too, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Transition's barely started. I just started bringing some stuff home, painted the home office. We haven't really started moving back in yet. This one has a Core Ultra 5 225. All right, y'all, we will see you tomorrow. Make sure you're following, subscribed, got noties on, all the good things, because we will be back tomorrow, right? What time tomorrow? Around the same time. It'll probably be like 2 o'clock my time, so 4 o'clock Eastern. Have a good night. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.